simple, ordinary ways on a daily and weekly basis. It's about finding ways to work, play, talk, and pray together instead of individually. For example, when couples choose to make a meal or clean up the kitchen together, that experience can nurture a sense of teamwork and collaboration that spills over into other areas of their relationship. Couples can connect by regularly doing something fun together too. It doesn't need to be big. It might be as simple as reading a book together or taking an interest in one another's hobbies. As small as these rituals of connection might seem, over time, they create a deep, solid foundation for any marriage. They create the time couples need to share experiences, relate on a deeper level, and build a shared life together. Get more tips for building a strong marriage in the book, How to Heal Your Marriage and Nurture Lasting Love. And if you would like to find faithful help with your relationship, visit CatholicCounselors.com.
Hi folks, you're listening to More to Life on the EWTN Global Catholic Radio Network. I'm Dr. Greg Potscher.
I'm Lisa Potscher.
And today's show is titled All Stressed Up for the Holidays as we talk about worrying about those holiday get-togethers. And before we take our next call, we're going to send out our congratulations to three members of the EWTN radio family. Divine Mercy Radio, KDME, is celebrating their 20th year with EWTN. Also, Meade County Catholic Radio in Brandenburg, Kentucky marks 9 years with us, and St. Michael Radio in Broken Arrow and Tulsa, Oklahoma celebrates 19 years with EWTN. Wow, that's a lot of years altogether. Congratulations to all of you from your friends here at EWTN Radio. And listeners, wherever you're tuning in to EWTN Radio, make sure that you are supporting your local EWTN radio station. Let's keep Catholic Radio going strong for generations to come so we can keep supporting you in living a more faithful and abundant life. With that, we are taking your calls at 877-573-7825. That's 877-573-7825 on our show titled All Stressed Up for the Holidays. What's stressing you out this Thanksgiving season, this holiday season? Let's talk it out and find some faithful answers to handle those holiday stressors.
Let's talk now with Bill, who's listening to EWTN Radio in West Virginia.
Hi, Bill. Welcome to More to Life.
Hello.
Hi, Bill. What's up?
I'm pretty down in the dumps about Thanksgiving, Christmas coming up. My family
Hey,
is,
what's going on?
they're not really a family. They say they're Catholics, but they're not Catholics at all. They're more pagans than Catholics.
Okay.
They want me to accept their gifts. I'm not going to accept them. Not until they apologize for all the sorrow they brought me over the past years.
Bill, can you, I mean, when you say that, I mean, is there something specific that they've done recently? I mean, what's causing the kind of disconnect between?
Just outright rudeness when they call me or I call them and they ask me if how much money do I need, and well, that's not why I'm calling, and we get in a big argument and we just hang up. It's just very rude. They're not consider about all the years that we've been apart and the pain and sorrow of losing our parents, and they put a dollar sign on it. There's really something wrong with the way they're going about life, I think.
And Bill, if you just said to them, without bringing religion into it, because that can sometimes complicate things, hey guys, I don't want this to be about money. I want it to be about healing our relationships and actually having a family, especially now that we've lost mom and dad, we've gone through all this pain. What can we do to heal it? Have you been that direct with them?
No, we don't even have any kind of common ground of friendly, congenial conversation. It's very abrupt and hang up. It's a bad relationship.
So I guess how can we help you, Bill? Because this is a sort of a wide-ranging problem with lots of different families. So what is it you're hoping for?
I really don't know. It's easy, I feel the holidays,
Well, let me speak to this in general then. Well, let me speak to this in general then, okay? Because there are sort of two ways we can go with this. I'd like you to pray about what God's calling you to in the face of all of this, all right? Because, you know, as it can be very lonely in a family when we're the only Christian, right? And we can feel, you know, that, you know, we don't get the support for our faith. We can get worse that our faith is treated with antagonism, or people try to undermine our faith even, and that's really painful. Um, Now, if that's the main issue, what I would say, I would encourage you as much as possible to ask God to help you be a light to your family, both in the way that you're living on your own and in your interactions with them. And what I mean by that, I don't have a specific thing in mind. What I just mean is you going to God every day and saying, you know, Lord, I know you put me in this family for a reason, and I'm asking you to help me be a light to them in some way, both in the way that I'm living a healthy and holy life and in my interactions with them. Now, the one qualifier I would say is if they're abusive, or if they, you know, cause you, you know, emotional pain on a consistent basis by being cruel to you, by being disrespectful, as Jacob was talking about in his segment. You know, it's okay to set boundaries on that relationship. And in fact, it's necessary to set boundaries on that relationship, because to love somebody means to work for their ultimate good. And at the very least, working for somebody's ultimate good means saying, hey, I love you too much to act like a jerk. Right? So because of that, I'm going to set these boundaries here, which makes it a little bit harder for you to do those hurtful things. And that's good for you, and it's good for me. And it's good for you because you're not demeaning yourself by behaving that way, and it's good for me because you're not degrading me. And so I'm standing up for the health of our relationship by saying, for example, yes, I will come to the holiday, but I can't stay at your house. Or, you know, yes, we can get together in a restaurant, but I can't, you know, get together in this context or in this situation. Or I can talk to you on the phone, or I can text with you, but I can't do these things where it's just too emotionally intense and there's too much risk of hurtful things being done or said. Right, so I want you to pray about that. Now, the second thing, the second direction this could go in is if you say, you know what, I can't be around them without having to spend, you know, the rest of the day or even days putting myself back together again, because they're just toxic people. And, you know, it's not just a matter of me feeling uncomfortable around them or not feeling supported by them. It's a matter where, you know, anytime I'm around them, my light gets extinguished, right? And in that case, if you're not strong enough to be that light to them because they're just way better at being broken and toxic than you are at being, you know, who you feel like God's calling you to be in that situation, then it's okay to say, you know what, I'm just not strong enough to be around these folks, you know, and I pray for them, and I ask that God would touch their hearts and help them heal and convert, and I would be open at some point in the future if they wanted to reach out to me and say, let's work on healing this family together. But for now, I kind of need to keep my own counsel and find my own ways to celebrate the holiday with the friends that I have, with my church, with the people that are in my life now.
Yeah, and creating more of that. You know, many of us realize that when we come from a family that is so wounded, you know, I won't say broken, but wounded, that often we do have to create a different family along the way. And I'm not even talking about getting married and having your own kids. People that you feel a kinship with, a sense of shared faith, a sense of being able to trust them in some way. We have to build that around us at times, because many times this deep desire to have a completely healed, loving, warm, accepting family of origin is beyond what we can control as human beings. We can pray for it. We can pray for those people. We can do our own work on what it takes to heal our own selves. But making other people heal and be who we want them to be is outside of what we can control. But if we can focus on what we can control in building other relationships, more chosen family, as it were, then we can begin to heal ourselves and know our own effectiveness, and let them have the time they need to heal and be who they are, as Jacob Flores-Bocek was saying earlier.
Well, you know, Lisa, when you were talking about our chosen family, you know, here's an interesting thing. You know, in the ancient Roman mind, you know, family was blood. You were either, you know, in the tribe or you were out of the tribe. You were either blood related or you weren't. You weren't family. all of a sudden we upended that, and we said that grace was thicker than blood, right? And so everybody who is baptized is my brother and sister in the Lord. That God is our Father, and we are brothers and sisters to those who share His name, Christian. And so the reason I say that is because, you know, it's not wrong to say, you know, I can't be around my blood relations because of the toxicity that's there, and instead I'm going to build the relationships with my real family, my brothers and sisters in the Lord. And so if you have that community, I really encourage you to lean into that community as much. And if you don't have that community, I encourage you to find that community and start building it, you know, over the course of the next year, so that you're ready for the next set of holidays. And as you're doing that, that's part of what I mean about being a light to your family in the way that you live a healthy and holy life. Because a lot of us, you know, a lot of people, they weren't raised in the most affirming and loving environment, and so they try to live their life as a monument to that. I want to show the world how miserable my family of origin